Start, yeah. Yeah. Oh, resume.
Yeah. Oh, no,
It's-
it's gonna play.
Oh, I don't know. Here, go back up here. Look, done. Go here and then. Oh,
No.
Oh, all the way to the end?
how many monkeys does it take to?
Yeah, go all the way in and then.
Really?
Well, that's not really like a scroll. Oh, here we go. Boom. All right.
You hit this one? Okay. I'm ready.
Do we need to go back?
You ready? Good.
Okay, hold on. Do we need to go back?
It depends on if there's any questions.
That's Kirby. I don't have any.
We're not out yet, are we?
No.
We're not out yet.
Okay, I forgot to cover this.
Nobody else has any questions about it? No?
Ready?
Okay, item 20, reconvene from executive session at 9:29 PM. And we'll go to item 21, consider approval of matters related to personnel, resignations, employment position, or contract amendment.
I'll make a motion to approve the new employee contract for 2023-2024 school year.
Okay, motion by Amber, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
By Chad, all in favor? We'll go to item 22, consider approval of stipend list for 23-24 school year.
Steve, is there anything you want to say about that?
The list is basically the same, all the campus-based stipends on the first page. That's exactly what they have been. We didn't change any of those. The athletic and coaching stipends are exactly the same. No changes to those either. The changes come on the next page, which are the district stipends. Everything that is in red, we have been either asked to remove or we removed it because there's no one in that position and there's no reason to have it on the list. And then the ones that are in green were all additions. Most of those fall under the special education stipends. Just adding some stipends for those hard to fill positions like speech language pathologist, SLP assistant. Both of those are currently open and that will hopefully help to attract some people into those. And then it was recommended for behavior teacher and life skills teacher to have a bump in their stipend. They're currently lumped in with the special education teacher counselor for $1,500, and so this just raises those up a little bit because they deal with a little bit more severe behaviors and lots of different things. And then the last two on that page, community library worker, we have been paying them. Apparently, it's like around $10 an hour, which that's just what it has been. And in order for them to be able to keep doing that and not lose pay, we wanted to increase that up to 20. And we are in the process of hopefully getting on the city council agenda to address this with them as well, because they should be contributing a little bit more.
We're expecting to be on, I think it's June 8th. Have I got that right? But anyway, we're making a presentation to city council, and she actually found the original contract with the city signed by Joe Hall.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and I don't think it's changed. So
And then the last one there on that page, crossing guard, they're currently making 18 an hour, And since we bumped everybody else because we're losing the Fridays, we wanted to bump that one as well to $22.50 so that the people that are in those positions continue to get the same rate that they were before. And then the last page has never been included in our stipend list. It's just kind of floated around from athletic director to athletic director. And these prices have not changed. I don't know the last time that they changed. So we looked at all of the surrounding districts and what they were paying and kind of bumped everything up just a little bit and made it a little bit easier to determine what you're actually going to make. Some of them were if you work one gate for one game, it's $30. If there's a second game, it's $50, and each additional game is $10. So we included all games $60 a night because there's never more than two, you know. So that gives them a little bit of a bump. And then down on the towards the bottom, the basketball games and volleyball games for middle school are probably more attended than the high school games, and those people were only making, you know, $10 to $15 per game. So we wanted to make those the same as the high school games because they're working just as hard doing the same job. So we went ahead and included this so that this kind of remains with the business office and doesn't float from coach to coach and athletic director to athletic director, so that we can have a little bit more input into that and that pay. So that's about it.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? We'll go to item number 23, reports.
And so what you see in current enrollment by campus, the overall we haven't in the past month haven't changed a whole lot. We're hovering around 2284, and the high school we see, which is not terribly unusual this time, but we see a drop. But we see a rise in each of the other three campuses toward the end here. So that's which basically keeps us buoyed right about a month ago. The attendance, average daily attendance, things that we've seen, we need to get our attendance up. So if you take a look at it, where it says total, that is current attendance percentages. And then you see 21, 22, ADA, that's as compared to last year. So the last, since the beginning of May, we've dropped off a bit in our attendance, and so that's something that we'll have to address. The next page, current enrollment by grades, and so you can see the senior class all the way down through early childhood, and once again, our high school grades have decreased a little bit. Most notably, the senior class, with the junior high grades, each one of those capping out toward the end, as well as most of the primary school. So those are sort of trends in those enrollments. You know, I went through Patriot Estates again early this morning, and a lot of houses coming in, but apparently no kids. So anyway, so it's our attendance and enrollment.
Did you have anything, Hollis?
It's spring and the sap has rose, and so the world of DAP is full. And so it's just the nature of the beast this time of the year when students have extended their opportunities as far as discipline, and then there's some other things that have been going on in the district. So, we're packed to the gills. If we get any more, we're gonna have to duct tape them to the wall, kind of thing. So it's this time of year, and it's a trend that happens every year and has for my entire career. So we just deal with it and move on. And we have 18 spots and we have 20 kids. So we've had to become very creative as far as some of the kids that are straight arrows get a little time out of the cubicle kind of thing, but it's just been a constant turnover. We've got some kids that'll be leaving this week, so hopefully they'll keep their act together until we finish out next week.
How many do we have at JJ?
7? Well, at one point we had 7. So I know that there's some that has withdrawn, so I don't have that accurate number. We've got 2 that are in process of going to JJ because of their activities. So we've been keeping JJ in business as well.
If I could dovetail on that too, there's a concern that we have in the district, the community, and we saw some of this rise here in the last few weeks, and that is social media presence, chat groups and things like that with some of our kids. And I've been talking with Laura, been talking with Chief Wood about the district having some kind of a very straightforward information piece for parents. And because if I'm a parent and I don't know much about this, I would appreciate knowing that, and to let them know that that this is there and how to combat this and how to, as a parent, just some ideas that may seem readily apparent to some people, but not to others. Things like if your kids, at the end of the day, pick up your kid's cell phone and you charge it in your room. They don't get that cell phone at night. That's because that's where a lot of this stuff happens. To not only do you have the right to parent your kid in that respect, but you have the responsibility to make it to where you can search their phones. But they need to know that they need to know what is out there. And I think a lot of parents do not know, because I know we're in the middle of this, and some of this stuff we find out on the backside. So working with Laura to try to put together some type of informational piece to the parents, and so without obviously talking about anybody's identity or anything like that. And the most impressionable, the most impulsive group out there is a 12 to 15-year-old male. Okay, it doesn't get much better than that for most of us guys anyway, but that group right there. So it doesn't take much for somebody to say, "I dare you," and that triggers all kinds of events that otherwise never would have happened. And this is one of those situations you hear about happening other places. Somebody says, "Oh, that's such a good kid." It just takes one comment like that, and those kinds of things take place. I'm not an alarmist, but I'm a realist, and that's how those things happen. And I think we were able to thwart a situation this time. I want to make sure we continue to.
Megan, did you have anything?
Not really. I was just going to let you guys know that we have been working on putting in the campus and department budgets, making sure that those are in place. We did get our April estimates. There wasn't a lot of movement in those values, not a significant increase. Also, this is a legislative year, so there's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming probably towards the end of this month. House Bill 100 is going to be a lot of fun. They're changing the allotments, especially for SPED, looking at going enrollment-based instead of ADA. So a lot of things are going to be changing. I anticipate maybe some pay scale restructure possibly. And then there's also the safety and security where they could say that there's gonna be, need to be an officer on each campus, so we're gonna have to plan for that, or there could be an allotment for that, so just a lot of things that, it could get, kind of sketchy towards the end of this month, so. But we're just kind of in limbo, so we don't really know until all of that gets passed, so, but. Mhm.
Ag banquet this Friday. So come join the fun.
Okay. So we'll move to item 24, board requests for additional
We
items.
have a meeting Friday. Here.
Board requests for additional items.
Yes, I do. Can we, start talking about 4-day instruction? Do we have childcare mapped out? Where are we at in as far as looking at next year?
We're working on that as we speak.
Okay.
So,
So write
I
that
had
down.
somebody,
So write that down. And then our next scheduled, did anybody else have anything? No. Okay, our next scheduled board meeting dates, May 16th, May 18th, May 19th, May 25th, and June 16th. And then our regular meeting, June 19th.
Do we have any more that we need to add?
Graduation.
And graduation, yep,
Till 27th, right?
yep. Yep.
we'll meet in the,
fitness.
fitness center.
What time's graduation?
At,
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that. That would be a hard one.
Well, last year you rode,
I know I did, but I'm not sure that I could even.
Get up the
myself that
steps.
far.
Get up on the platform.
oh, from your, but from the car to the fitness center is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm sure we can figure something out.
I'll pull you in a wagon.
We got a gator.
We can get you there.
No further than you live, Gator can pick you up at your house.
And drive you out to the stage.
So we're gonna get you there.
That's going out of the way, but I'll check with y'all. I see the doctor
We'll make it happen, Greg.
Thursday, so maybe he'll say I can do something.
Can do that. Yeah.
I can't do right now. But the pictures don't look like I could be able to, would be able to do it.
Yeah. Well, if you can, we'll get you there.
Yes, we will.
So, okay, so we'll move to item number 25, adjourn at 9:45 p.m.